Hey guys, it is Jessica Lynn of Jessica Lynn Original Studios. We are back again at the Wilderness Lodge, getting ready to start our day. Glad that you decided to join me. So today we thought we would go to Walt Disney World's largest theme park. Now I'm sure you can read in the title, so you know where we're probably going. But did you know that the Animal Kingdom, the whole theme park itself, is actually the largest of all the Disney theme parks? Any guesses as to how large that theme park is? It currently is at over 500 acres of land. That's crazy, 500 acres. So we thought it would be a lot of fun. We'll go ahead and check that out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. The coolest part is that park. It actually, they announced that the Animal Kingdom was gonna open on June, I believe it's 5th, 1995. So I actually went to opening, which was in 1998. I was there within the first couple of months of when it was opened. And if you thought it was hot now, oh my gosh, back in 1998, all the trees were still baby trees. Everything was little. And there was even more sun and more humidity than there is now. Still a great place to visit though, and I think we're gonna have a good time. We don't have a whole lot of plans. We've got to eat some lunch and we've got to go check out some stuff, so I'm not really sure where all we're gonna go. One of my goals is to try and get on Yeti and maybe the safari, but we will see. So let's go ahead and take a bus ride from the wilderness on over to Animal Kingdom. And just a side note, our bus actually connected to the Contemporary, picked up more guests, and then we made our way to the Animal Kingdom. Now, I love Animal Kingdom. It's really beautiful, but it is one of the hottest parks, just like I said before. As you first walk in, you're going to go uphill, so it's almost like you're going into staging, and then all of a sudden everything clears, and you see the Tree of Life. It is absolutely beautiful, and if you didn't know, and I'm sure you've heard Disney folklore, it's actually made from an upside down oil rig. So it took 3 Imagineers, 10 artists. It took them almost 18 months to create this tree. It's absolutely beautiful, and the more you look, the more animals you'll find. So you might be wondering how many animals are actually carved into the Tree of Life. According to Disney, there are over 300 different animals carved into the actual tree. And they said that more have been added over the years. So it's a lot of fun. And they don't have an official list. So it's not like you can go and try and check those off. This view is so beautiful. Like, so when you first walk in, you go straight to this spot. We always try and do a family picture there just because it's so gorgeous. And there are a couple of special animals. Like there's a special chimpanzee, and it has its own name, David Graybeard. He's in the Tough to Be a Bug, soon Zootopia, cute. And of course the first thing everybody wanted to do was let's go on rides, but I realized we hadn't eaten. So we decided for Pizzafari, which is a good quick service restaurant. They have pizzas and salads. It's not the best in the park, but I really like their salad. They're really good. They used to have some amazing sandwiches, but they changed the menu, so now it's a lot of pizzas, which they were very good. But I think the true thing about Animal Kingdom is truly just the amount of detail. I mean, this is a sit-down, quick, dining location. There are beautiful masks on the wall. Everything is painted in bright, vivid colors. I would highly suggest that you order your food ahead and spend your time waiting for your food to be ready, looking for a table. It is probably one of the most difficult places in Animal Kingdom to try and find a table. Number one, it's in air conditioning, so a lot of people will linger for a long time. So how's your pizza, Aaron?
It's very good.
What kind is it?
Pepperoni.
All they had, I think, was pepperoni and sausage, or cheese.
Pepperoni, sausage, and cheese. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, I opted for the Caesar salad, which I've had a couple of times here. I like it because there's big pieces of chicken in there, so that actually fills me up quite a bit. So after we finished eating, we decided it was time to go to Kilimanjaro Safaris. It is one of the original rides from Animal Kingdom. They have made some adjustments to animals and habitats, but it's a fun ride. You go through like on a Jeep, you ride through an open air safari vehicles. And one of the best parts is it's kind of like the Jungle Cruise, but they don't make stuff up. They actually try and give you a lot of information about wildlife conservation and education. But the people that drive the Jeeps are extremely knowledgeable.
Now you also will notice that above your heads there are a couple of animal spotting guides. This will help us to identify some of the animals that we see out on the reserve today. Now we're most likely not going to see every single one of those animals because those spotting guides are about 25 years old, but we'll try our best to see as many of them as we can. Also, those spotting guides will help you if you guys see something that I happen to miss. They'll help you to identify what it was. Now we are going to start off our safari by heading into the Little Aturi Forest. Aturi is actually Swahili for little, so it's the little forest.
Is that a zebra?
Now grazing in the field out here to our right, there's a couple of very large brown and white cows. These are Ankoli cows. Now the Ankoli cattle have those really large horns, as you can see, and they might look kind of heavy, but they're actually not. They're mostly hollow on the inside with a sort of honeycomb-like structure that runs into them. And that allows the cows to flow blood up into their horns when they need to reduce their body's temperature.
I thought I saw like a Lion King moment happening. I saw those little things running. Huh? Yeah.
And there are a couple more Maasai giraffes over to the left-hand side in the very back as well. And it looks like up here on, oh sorry, to the left. To the right, I thought I saw, yep, there's a bunch of very small, like kind of brown, black, and white antelopes. These have some pretty cute roommates, in my opinion, over on the left-hand side. These are Nigerian dwarf goats.
Oh, there's one in the truck.
Including, looks like there's some in the warden's truck, actually, too. Now, they do typically like to be up high, just so they can get a better view of what's going on around them. They also do help to keep the warden's lawn nice and short by eating all that grass.
So they have to eat all of this grass. Even this grass? Even that grass and that grass?
Now, my friends, we are slowly making our way back toward the village, which does sadly mean that our safari is starting to come to an end. I do hope that maybe you learned something new, or at least got to see one of your favorite animals in person.
I did.
I would also highly encourage you to share the things you learned and the things you saw with your friends and family back home. Because the more people that we get to care about these animals, the better protected they're going to be in the future.
One of the things that I do love is all of the music that they have throughout the Animal Kingdom Park, as well as these fun little boats that kind of cruise through with characters. It's a really fun way for the kids to be able to see them quickly and then kind of keep on going. And under that bridge, if you go over there, that's actually the closest you can get to characters. So if you have a little one who wants to make sure the character can see them, that's a great place to go and stand. So I just want to take another moment and just say, you know, Animal Kingdom has really outdone itself in the amount of detail. I'll give you a crazy reference. So if you like Broadway or musicals, Animal Kingdom is like the Phantom of the Opera of theme parks. So if you go and see Phantom of the Opera, like on Broadway or touring, the costumes themselves are trim. So they put like fabric layer, then they put trim on the fabric, then they put trim on the trim, then they put sequins on the trim. So if you ever see the costumes up close, there is so much detail that it almost gets lost because there's so much, which is how I feel about Animal Kingdom. It's sort of that same feeling. And again, more characters, squirrel, love it, right? But again, it's that whole, there's almost so much detail that if you are not really observant, you will miss so much of it. So, you know, we've talked about just taking a day and just strolling around and just taking in as much of it as we can. And it's phenomenal. So from as small as the little bushes on the ground and how their height levels to even that paint job. I mean, I promise you that has 25 years worth of natural wear, but I promise you that a muralist probably came in and added all those levels. All right, so we had such a great time. I want to show you a couple of quick things. So number one, I really had a great time on the safari. Hopefully you enjoyed that too. Totally fun. But I want to show you something really cool. When Animal Kingdom first opened, they were going to build a whole beastly kingdom. And over there, hopefully you can see that. Let me check. Yep. So right in there.
That's right.
Right there.
Gotta make memories.
That was actually supposed to be a dragon's like lair. And so there used to be a boat ride that kind of cruised around here. And when you got to that space, it actually breathed smoke. It was really cool. And so it's kind of fun that they actually left it. But yeah, so right about there. So, all right, we are gonna go ahead and take a look at the world of Pandora. So come along, join us. Let's see what we can find. Not really sure what rides we're gonna get to ride, but should be a lot of fun. Let's go check it out. Now I'll tell you, I am late to the Pandora game. I actually only rode Pandora for the first time about a year ago, which is crazy. But my kids were little, and so we just never wanted to baby swap or take that time. But now that they're old enough and they can go on it, we've all gone on it, and it's phenomenal. Like, I love it. Like, Flight of Passage is just, it's a big version of Soarin', but it's more interactive. And I really hope that as they continue to, you know, put more of these movies out, I'm hoping that maybe they'll adjust it a little bit and add some more into it. Now, as beautiful as this appears during the day, Pandora, if you can find time where Disney is available that you can come here at night, do it. It is so beautiful. It has all the luminescent colors, and the floor has like veins through it, which it reminds me of vintage Epcot. And there's waterfalls and unique creatures in the water, and it's really beautiful, and we love going there. But again, nighttime, the best. And it was kind of funny while we were there, if you look, some of the clouds actually matched the large mountains that float in the sky, so that was kind of funny. The kids pointed that out like right away. Excited for Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage.
Prepare systems for the next group.
All systems engaged.
Flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikron, or as we call it, a Banshee. The way you're going to do this is by being matched to something called an avatar. And I'm here to help you guys get ready. But first, we have to scan you for Pandoran microparasites. Alright everyone, stay on your number and move your arms a bit. Okay, start scan. You've all got them.
Yeah.
But don't worry, they're very common around these parts. Let's start the decon.
Initiating GMR decon.
Stay still over your number, you're not gonna feel a thing. You're doing great. Almost done here.
They're all clear.
Great. Now let's go over how all this works. Like I said before, you're going to be matched to these things called avatars, which look a lot like the Na'vi. They're created by blending human DNA and Na'vi DNA. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. And I'll see you in there.
All right, let's go fly. I might not be able to show while we're doing this, so if worst comes to worst, I'll have to show you afterwards.
Well, two. Okay, two and an eight.
You guys do not have to put these on just yet. Go to the same numbers for me. Welcome
you.
in.
Flight of Passage was absolutely amazing. I did not film in there, and if you want to see what it looks like, there are a lot of POVs here on YouTube that you could go and take a look at. But I found out that the wait time for Everest, now again, other side of the park, was very low, so we decided that we were going to turn around pretty much here and go all the way back over to where Everest was. Everest is one of my favorite roller coasters. I absolutely love it. I can go on it multiple times. I love that they have a single rider option, which is amazing, especially if you have kids that are afraid of it. One time I actually decided to see how many times I could go in a row in the single rider, and 13 was my number. So I suppose that's very Taylor Swift of me. But so this time I went ahead, and this was the first time that my youngest ever rode Everest. But I wanted to film. I did use a little like harness piece for my GoPro. So let's ride. Now this is just fun. See what? Here, look, there's Mommy's skeleton. Now look over this way and wave, and you'll see Daddy. And we did just that. So 3 more rides on Everest, and then it was time to go because we realized we have dinner reservations at the Polynesian. And so we wanted to make sure we headed over there quickly so that we did not miss those. The bus was actually waiting for us, friendly driver, super wonderful, fast and efficient. But we had an absolutely great day at Animal Kingdom, and we're still going to go do more later tonight. So there'll be more video that I have to share with you. But I do want to say thank you so much for watching. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of Disney, travel, Wisconsin Dells, as well as crafting and DIY. I'm an artist, so I draw. And I'd love to have you come back. So we'll see you again real soon.